Let's put your hands together for Alan and he'll give us his thoughts on today.
Sit on.
So Alan, I guess first things first, in terms of squad and how it's looking for the rest of the season, you actually welcomed a few injured players back in today.
Yeah, we've been a little bit short in numbers last couple of weeks, probably limping through November, December. So Callum Tappin, good to get him back involved today. He's been out since August. Two boys from Hibs, Jack Bryden and EJ Johnson, probably missed the last 2 or 3 weeks of injury and illness, so good to again have them back. Kieran MacDonald is not far away, will hopefully train this week. So just numbers wise, so I think in the Clyde game 2 weeks ago, I think we had 11 fit players. So just just some different options to be able to change a little bit. Just kind of the game's over Christmas now, so going into January we're just in a little bit better place.
In terms of the league fixtures that were getting played today, Dunfermline when they playing and Falkirk when they playing, so it's one of these where you could just extend the points potentially, and how did it pan out?
Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that there was that opportunity. We were more focused on ourselves and kind of getting the points totals that we want over the season. So what disappointed is to pick up a point today over the season. So that's 18 points the first quarter, 14 the second. So to be sitting here on 32 points, halfway point, you're well on for playoffs and things like this. So having just come up and not really having huge expectations of where we're going to be in the league to now to sit up near the top, we want to stay here as long as we can. So I say probably a little bit frustrated today, but trying to look at the bigger picture where we're halfway and we're sitting in a really good place. And I heard an interesting stat last week about Montrose. So the most points they've ever got in a half a season is 30, and we sit on 32, and they consistently go fourth or third in the league. So we've done a really good job so far, and I'd rather focus on that rather than 25 minutes where we weren't very good today.
In terms of when you talk about points per quarter, and maybe you can just explain to the audience, just kind of how you can pan that out at the start of the season, and as you progress through each quarter.
Yeah, obviously we want to win every game, and we try and win every game. But we can't be up and down. Like we win a game we're great, and we lose a game we're terrible. So we try and just look at a bigger picture a little bit, and what you need to stay in the league, what you need for playoffs, what you need to win the league, and what those points totals look like. So we've probably been above the playoff or the win in the league line for a lot of this season. Probably dipped off a little bit with a couple of draws. So, but we still sit in that kind of playoff zone if we can continue what we're doing. We know it's going to be difficult, but just trying to look at a longer term view rather than game to game where it's you're good or you're rubbish depending on the result.
Yeah. Well, we got off to a bright start. First half, we're in this money coming close, and Rob scored a fantastic goal as well.
I thought
we created a lot of chances.
Yeah, I thought we were excellent first half. It was just chance after chance. The way we counter-attacked, what we tried to do with the ball, the way we played. I didn't think they had too many answers for us, and we should have been further ahead. It's an unbelievable goal from John. It's probably, if it's not equal to or better than the one he scored last week or 2 weeks ago, which is, for a boy who hasn't scored for 3 or 4 months, just then score those goals again is. Shows his confidence. And then we had just opportunities after that where we should have been more goals ahead that we didn't take, and we spoke about it at half time, and making sure, because we knew what was coming, but we never really got going. That started the second half, and then they just penned us in and we couldn't get out, and we didn't have the answers, and we lost our way definitely for 20-25 minutes. They were the better team. The goals we conceded were disappointing, but I think then when we went 2-1 down, it gave us a lift and we got a bit more energy about the team. And it's an incredible goal from Fonts to volley one in top corner. So I say kind of overriding feeling is disappointment and a missed opportunity, but I think maybe you just need to remember where we've come from and the bigger picture and how well we've done so far this season.
Yeah, as you continue to ask about character in terms of the players, at 2-1 down, they keep going, they push on, they push again, they ask for more of themselves.
Yeah, the Montrose games, generally over this season have been really tight. They're one goal either way, or even our game up there, it was 2-1. Really tight, close game. So we knew there wasn't really much in it. Occasionally they throw in games where they, if you go 2 goals up against them to kind of, like happened a couple of weeks ago down at Montrose, down at Queen of Stout, they got beat 4. They got beat 4 against Airdrie as well. So if you can get ahead, you can really make push it home sort of thing, but we never managed to do that in the first half, so we knew it was going to be difficult. and they came back at us, and we just had to weather the storm, which we probably didn't do particularly well. But I say pleasing to kind of get out of there with a point in the end.
Okay, and next game's Christmas Eve, I guess, you know.
Yeah, listen.
Strange date to play in terms of that, maybe not you, but previously.
No, so it's not new to us. You know, everyone else is off, so we're working, and that's how it's been my whole career. So no, nothing new. We'll have a normal week. We'll play Christmas Eve. It'll just be a Saturday to us, and then you know, in between Christmas and New Year, we'll train again. So no, they won't be going out. They've had their night out and that's it. So no, it's not too bad this year in that we don't have a game between the Christmas and New Year. I think, you know, some of the other leagues, you know, there's another game squeezed in there, and if you're down in England, they squeeze 2 or 3 in there. So, but no, it's not going to be too bad. But it'll just be business as usual.
So I take it you never had any phone calls last weekend from the players?
No, they were warned. Don't ring me. Don't get in touch. Don't get in a fight. Don't get arrested. If you do, don't call me. Don't call the chairman. So I think it was quite quiet. So it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. And in terms of maybe just looking past Christmas, and I know we've then got, you know, in theory, Dunfermline, Falkirk, massive games coming up as well. Yeah, there's a real kind of tough run of games, but that's why we want to be in this league. I think it's Airdrie, Dunfermline, Alloa, Falkirk sort of thing is the run. So we've had kind of mixed results. We've won some of them. We've taken a couple of sore ones in a couple of them. So we just want to get to there, maybe refresh 1 or 2, and look forward to the second half of the season. Okay, thanks very much for spending some time with us, Alan.
Oh, cheers, thank you. Cheers.